What's up, guys? Fan 101, and yes, I am back. My almost, I think it's been like a month. Like my month-long hiatus is over. If you're wondering where I've been, well, after I made my Aztec Warfare contest video and my announcement that I was going to be doing a YouTube show reviewing all the shows, just one show, not doing individual TV reviews. Um, I right after I did that, not like a couple days after when I was preparing, I got sick and unbearably so. I could not speak. By could not speak, I was like, I literally could not talk with a normal voice. I had a broken voice. All I could do is whisper, and even that at times was difficult. So for a couple weeks there, I was out of commission. Then for another couple weeks, I just didn't want to make any videos. I was busy with school and all that shit. I found like an online emulator kind of thing where I can play old console games on the internet, not downloading emulators. So I've also been, for the past few days, I've been busy just cranking that shit out like crazy. But I've been feeling the itch to do another video. So, and after Aztec Warfare, I think I should review Aztec Warfare now. I know I said I wasn't gonna do individual TV reviews, but considering the magnitude of the show itself, I'll make an exception. It's basically a Royal Rumble version of for Lucha Underground. For those of you who don't, yes, I am reviewing Aztec Warfare. For those of you who don't know what Aztec Warfare is, basically it's like a Royal Rumble match, except you don't get eliminated by pinfall. You only get eliminated by pinfall or submission. You don't get eliminated by going over the top rope. And considering there's a bunch of luchadors in there, probably a good idea. I've always loved the Aztec Warfare matches because they tend to do better. The Aztec Warfare matches tend to do better than WWE does the Royal Rumble matches. You look at Aztec Warfare it was actually early 2015 when it aired, but I think it was taped late 2014, or was it? I don't give a shit. Anyways, that was much better than the last three Aztec Warfare matches have been much better than the Royal Rumble matches 2014 and 15. Of course, I'm not saying much, but it really goes to show you who's actually got the upper hand. Comparing this Aztec Warfare to the Royal Rumble match this year, which Triple H won, I gotta go with the Royal Rumble, but that had a lot more, awe moments. Lesnar destroying people, Sami Zayn making his second WWE appearance at the Rumble, going after Kevin Owens, AJ Styles debuting at the Rumble, that was awesome. Triple H winning, which people cheered big time for. Dean Ambrose being in the final two, which was a big, quite a moment for Dean Ambrose, I must say. Just a few other things. Just overall good wrestling. But this also had great wrestling, but what hurt this match was the ending, and I'll get to it. So let's just start off, shall we? Before I begin, though, I had a list here of course, including myself always, of the Aztec Warfare contest. There's 13 of us. There was Weapon Alex, 7699619, Michael, CrossFit Jesus, also known as Mr. Wrestling Machine, Prince of Strong Style, and by the way, some of these guys are Ask.fm guys, so if you don't know who they are, it's probably because they're on Ask.fm, which is what we use to, as wrestling fans, use to communicate with each other. Ienzo, Victor, Lundrick, Marcus Snowden, the voice of pro wrestling, Arthur, and of course myself. That's 13 out of 20. It's not too bad. And I drew the numbers. So, yes, I did this days after Aztec Warfare aired, but the problem is I actually didn't watch Aztec Warfare until right after I wrote all this down. So, there's that. So, for me, I stayed away from spoilers. All I heard was that the ending of the match was retarded. And as I was watching the match, I think I figured out why. So number one, and they already know. Well, before I should start the show, Johnny Mundo. I was about to call him John Morrison, which who he is. It's who he is. But Johnny Mundo was in the back. He was getting ready for Aztec Warfare. He went up to Dario, and who was down the hall going to get Matanza ready for the match. And he said, "Look, whoever wins, even if I'm going to be in this match, but even if I do not win this match, next week I'm cashing in my Gift of the Gods Championship 4 title shot." Which he is. He's Gift of the Gods champion. Yes, I know. Weeks and weeks of being out, I didn't even talk about Mundo being Gift of the Gods champion. But then again, it does kind of fucking suck because I wish I could have reviewed the match with Mil Muertes and Prince Puma, that Grave Consequences match. That match was fucking awesome. So, as punishment for being an asshole, and by the way, Taya had like a camera, and Mundo and Dario's like, "What the fuck?" And Mundo's like, "Oh, don't worry, don't look at the camera." She's basically doing a documentary on my career and everything. And then he looks at the camera. What a dick. Well, Dario thought he was a dick. So at number 12, which is what Mundo was supposed to be at, instead Dario ripped the piece of paper in two. He said, "You're number 2 now, so take that." And Sexy Star was supposed to be number 2, but now she's number 12. Yeah. So we at the beginning. So yeah, let's get to the match itself, for God's sake. So I'm already nearly 7 minutes in the video. We started off at number 1, Matanza, and let's just say that he had a pretty damn good performance here. I mean, Matanza was a fucking monster throughout this entire match, I must say. The person who, and by the way, I do have the people listed with the numbers, so who they drew. The person who drew number 1 was Marcus Snowden. So he got number 1, but goddamn, if you were gonna get anybody's number 1, it had to be Matanza. I mean, my God. At number 2, of course, Johnny Mundo kind of came out. 7699619. You got Johnny Mundo. So be happy you got the Shaman of Sexy. They tried to wrestle. Mundo tried to work around Matanza's, big styleness, including landing on his feet from an attempted German suplex. Number 3, Son of Havoc came out. They double teamed Matanza. Son of Havoc. Nobody drew number 3, so poor Havoc. Number 4 came out. It was Jeremiah Crane, who, yes, I only talked about him once in that one backstage thing, but in the last few weeks where I was out of commission, Jeremiah Crane debuted in a match in Lucha Underground, and the reason why I mention it is because Jeremiah Crane is played by Sami Callihan, former Solomon Crow in NXT. In Lucha Underground, I think Sami Callihan would be a perfect fit as Jeremiah Crane. It would be awesome. And they all hit kicks on Matanza, which was cool. Number 5 came Pentagon Dark. And that was fucking awesome. Nobody drew Pentagon. Well, no, I take it back. Oh, by the way, Prince of Strong Style, you drew Jeremiah Crane. Victor, was it Victor? Yeah, Victor drew Pentagon Dark. So Victor, be happy because you got a badass. Pentagon, of course, was one of the most over people in the temple. I mean, my God, Pentagon Dark is Junior, Pentagon Dark, Pentagon Junior, whatever you want to call him, he's awesome. And he came out in black, so him and the black thing really works. Speaking of black, out came PJ Black. No, I did not mean to do that. It was like a corny joke. PJ Black came out, so he started teaming with Mundo as, because they're part of the Worldwide Underground, which is their stable. PJ Black, very good wrestler, I gotta say. I can't believe WWE missed the boat with this guy. This guy is one of the best wrestlers in the temple. Well, I can't say one of the best, because he's a really damn good wrestler, but he's not one of the best, which really goes to show you how much talent there is in that temple in Lucha Underground. Number 7, let's see, who got number 6? VOPW, Voice of Pro Wrestling, you got PJ Black. Number 7 was Mariposa. Nobody drew Mariposa, thank God, because she was out in like a minute. What happened, and I think this was the one of the first eliminations. Jeremiah, and I heard Salmonza talk about this review, and I gotta agree. Jeremiah Crane hit a awesome looking crane driller on Mariposa, spiked her on her head. And by the way, for those of you who don't know what a crane driller is, you know Jay Briscoe's J driller? Basically that move. Like put it in the pedigree position, then put it in the pile drive position while you get the arm still locked, and then do the pile drive move. So that's a J/crane driller. But then he got destroyed by before he could get the pin, he got destroyed by Matanza. But then Mariposa just got up and no-sold the move like 20 to 30 seconds after she took it. Which fucking pissed me off because she got freaking spiked on her head. It was really stupid. I mean, she doesn't weigh that much, but she got freaking spiked and got up like 20 seconds later like nothing happened. And in the words of Salamonster, thankfully Matanza destroyed her and then pinned her. So Crane and Mariposa were the first two out of there. I forget where in here, but Son of Havoc was also eliminated sometime afterwards. I can't remember the elimination. Number 8 was Rey Mysterio, which of course he's way over in the temple and went right after Matanza. Did somebody draw number 8? No, nobody draw Rey Mysterio. That kind of sucks. No, great action there. Dr. Wagner Jr. came out. He's, for a guy who's like 50 years old, he looks in pretty damn good shape. Obviously not the luchador that, Rey Mysterio is in terms of flexibility. Oh god. I find this funny. Number 10 was Marty the Moth Martinez. And a good internet friend of mine. Guess who drew number 10? Lundrick, my man. You drew the creepy man-child psychopath who, for some reason this day, looked like he had a bunch of pimples or moles on him for some shit. Who has a sick attraction, I guess, to one of the women on the show. That has to be a metaphor for something, Renee Young. Sorry about that. No, throat. But Marty did go after Matanza. Marty Moth is a big boy. He's not as big as Matanza, but he's a big guy. Out next came, actually no, it was number 11 or whatever the fuck. Out next came Sexy Star. I'll get to Sexy Star in a minute. She was eventually thrown out by the Worldwide Underground because Jack Evans was next. She was thrown out by the Worldwide Underground outside the match, and I didn't even notice this, but Solomon said this, and I didn't even notice, but Sexy Star for the most of the match was outside, either doing nothing on the ground or getting her ass kicked. So that really doesn't make any sense compared to what we saw later. I'll get to that. Pentagon was kicking ass. He hit the actually no, not yet. Then out came Ricky Mandel, who played one of the 3 disciples of like the Skull disciples that worked for Katrina before she killed them all. My stomach. I'm hungry. But he came out, immediately got his ass kicked by Pentagon. Pentagon hit him with the package pile driver. But then out came Black Lotus, and Black Lotus was not in this match. But she came out with 3 Japanese wrestlers. I forget their names. Go to Solomon's review if you want to read their names, because I don't care too much. But they're all Japanese wrestlers. One of them actually looked pretty good. They attacked Pentagon, all 3 of them, including Black Lotus. Pentagon got a, well, actually not Pentagon, one of the Japanese women got a pretty nice looking Canadian destroyer on Pentagon, I gotta say. And then Pentagon got pinned by, I don't know who pinned Pentagon, but, somebody did. But he got pinned, so did Ricky Mandel. No, they were destroyed. Masquerita, and, well, actually, I gotta say, look, I liked it and I hated it. I liked it because it advanced a story that they actually built earlier. Your Black Lotus getting revenge for Pentagon breaking her arm. At the same time, I do not want to see Pentagon losing, possibly, to another woman. We already saw that with Sexy Star a couple seasons ago. We all know how fucking stupid that was. Pentagon, better kick her ass, all their asses. Should be a 4-on-1 handicap match. Just Pentagon just beats the shit out of all of them. That would be cool. Not just 1-on-1. 4-on-1 I could kind of let it slide. 1-on-1 would be bullshit, because it's not believable. Masquerita Sagrada came out, immediately got destroyed by Matanza. He was eliminated. That didn't last long. By the way, let's see, what are the numbers here? I kind of skipped a few. 10 was Marty the Moth. I did not do 11 or 12. 13 was Ricky Mandel, Weapon Alex. Weapon Alex got Ricky Mandel. I'm sorry, man. You got your ass kicked in this contest. I'm sorry. 14, nobody got 14. That was Sagrada. 15, Ienzo. You got Famous B, who also proceeded to get his ass handed to him by Rey Mysterio. 619, dropped the dime. He got eliminated. The Mac came out. I actually drew number 16, who was the Mac. The Mac came out, hit a few stunners, on people, throughout the match. Even eliminated PJ Black and Jack Evans at one point, which was awesome. Joey Ryan came out at number 17. CrossFit Jesus. You got number 17. You got Joey Ryan. Not really good because Mil Muertes came out at number 18 and proceeded to rip the handcuff off of Joey Ryan and got destroyed by Mil Muertes. We eventually got some pretty good action between Mil Muertes and Matanza. If you remember their Grave Consequences match they had season 2, that was kick-ass. Number 19, out came Cobra Moon. Well, Cobra got Moon. No, I'm just kidding. Cobra Moon came out number 19. She sat on the announce table by Matt Striker Vampiro. Then number 20 came out. Drago came out to immediately attack Cobra Moon because he's a dick. Not really. I think that Drago is kind of cool. I like Drago. He did that really convoluted but awesome looking pin on Cobra Moon, it just looked awesome. But he eliminated Cobra Moon. I almost forgot, but throughout the match, Dr. Wagner, Marty the Moth, and Dr. Wagner and Marty the Moth were both eliminated. I forget by who. I don't care at the moment. So then Drago immediately got destroyed by the Wrath of the Gods with Matanza. Matanza being a badass. But then everyone started using submission or their big moves on Matanza. Sexy Star with the code breaker. Sexy Star with a code breaker. The Mac with a stunner. I think Mundo hit a springboard in Seguri, which is a disaster, like Cody Rhodes' disaster kick. Mil Muertes, I believe, hit the Trident, which is a spear, basically. They call it the Trident. But everyone, and Mysterio hit the 619 and shit, and Matanza countered it when Mysterio went for a second 619. Then he countered into a code red and pinned Matanza. Matanza lost his Lucha Underground Championship in Aztec Warfare, the very same match that he won the title in, that he actually debuted in Lucha Underground in. After the match, Matanza destroyed Rey Mysterio. He hit a referee. He even shoved down Dario at one point when he was frustrated because he lost. He lost. Mysterio had to be taken out on a stretcher. By this point, Mundo had already pinned Mysterio for the elimination. At this point, the final four were Mundo, the Mac, Sexy Star, and Mil Muertes. Mundo was eliminated. How? I don't know. I think he got hit by a stunner or something. He got hit. Yeah, he got eliminated by the Mac. The Mac. Actually, no. I almost forgot. Who was Rey Mysterio? Yeah, Rey Mysterio was eliminated. But Mundo pinned. Mundo got pinned by the Mac. The Mac. Remember, I got the Mac. So the fact that I got the Mac, who's not that big of a character compared to everyone else in Lucha Underground, made it to the final three. It's actually pretty awesome. And by final three, I mean he got destroyed by Mil Muertes. You know, with a sick looking flatliner. God, that move was awesome. Only one person was able to sell that move better, and that was Prince Puma. And from Looks of the Grave Consequences match 2 weeks ago, I think he's gone. Not unless he returns for one match and then leaves, which makes no sense. We have then we got to Mil Muertes and Sexy Star, and in the words of Saw Monster, that's where my enjoyment of this match ended, because I knew Muertes was not going to win the title. I had that feeling he wasn't, and I usually stay away from Lucha Underground spoilers, but Sexy Star, oh god. Mil Muertes, a big monster of a guy. He is Matanza's equal in many ways. Go watch their matches previous. He destroyed Prince Puma in a Grave Consequences matches the week before. He punched Sexy Star in the face. I think he hit her with a trident at one point. He went outside to get a table. He tried to he didn't hit her with a trident. He went for the trident, but then he went to the table. Then he went and got another table after punching Sexy Star in the face. Good boy. He went to go to a flatliner for the top rope. Sexy Star pushed him through a table, hit her with a double foot stomp from the top rope, and pinned Mil Muertes. Lucha Underground Championship. Sexy Star is your new Lucha Underground Champion. I have several problems with this. First of all, that top rope double boot stomp or double foot stomp looked horrible. She barely even hit Muertes. Which leads into my number 2. Sexy Star sucks as a wrestler. She sucks. She's not good. That one match with No Mas match with Mariposa is the only great match she ever had. Other than that, she sucks. Number 3, she is a woman, and I don't give a shit. And yes, call me a misogynist. I don't give a shit. Women should not be beating men in wrestling. It is not believable. Not unless you're China or Awesome Kong. Those two were exceptions because China was a freaking muscle mass piece of woman, and Awesome Kong is larger than life. She's larger than most men. Of course she can kick men's asses because look at her. She once beat up Hunico, who is now Sin Cara, at a Royal Rumble match because Hunico is not even half her size. That is hilarious. But Sexy Star should not be beating men at all. She already beat Pentagon Jr. at one point. That I thought was fucking stupid. She's beaten Marty the Moth. What I thought was fucking stupid. She beat Superfly back in season 1 in less than a minute. That pretty much killed Superfly for me because he was never coming back after that. Which was fucking retarded. You know, they have her beating men, but the problem is that it doesn't fucking amount to anything. All it does is make the men look incredibly weak. When she beats someone like Mil Muertes, I have a hard time believing that Mil Muertes actually took it. It looks like she's playing a pro wrestler. That's what it looks like. She fucking sucks. Ass. And she's a woman on top of that. Women should not be beating men. Not especially not big monsters of life like Mil Muerte. I do hold out hope because Johnny Mundo said he was going to cash in to get to the God's title should he not win this match. So next week we're going to get Sexy Star versus Johnny Mundo. Well, not even next week. Tomorrow night, as of recording this. If that's true, and I hope it is, that means that we will finally have none of this shit. We'll have no more Sexy Star title matches. Hopefully. She doesn't need one. She doesn't need to be beating any other men. For God's sakes, don't let her beat someone like Matanza. I'm glad that Matanza was protected, though. He got pinned by Rey Mysterio. He beat a bunch of people in this match, and then he proceeded to kick ass after the match was over. So, glad Matanza got protected. So that was good. Other than that, this match was a great match up until the final two. This was my problem with the Get to the Gods 7-way match in Aztec Warfare, and Ultima Lucha Dos. Because it came down to Marty the Mop, Mariposa, and Sexy Star. And the moves at Sexy Star were fucking horrendous. It was a great match up until then, but then the last few minutes just dragged it down. I didn't even drop a couple of ratings points. I only had to drop like 1 or 2 here, or probably 1. But still, Sexy Star at the end dragged this match down because she's a fucking horrible wrestler. On top of that, that's a woman beating men. What fucking sense does that even make? So that's my little rant there. Overall, it's still a great match. That's the shitty thing. It's still a great match. I do rank it the bottom of the Aztec Warfare matches. Aztec Warfare 2 is by far the best. Then the first Aztec Warfare, where Puma won the Lucha Underground title. And then this one. Still a great match, just not on the level of the other two. But still recommended. Just don't be excited about the ending. So until next time, guys, I will be reviewing. Oh, by the way, my update in the YouTube show. I will be doing that. Just not now, because I need to catch up on wrestling, specifically WCPW. I watched their pay-per-view, where Kurt Angle and Joe Hendry faced off. I will be reviewing that show, if I haven't already. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Peace, and I'll see you later with more pay-per-view reviews coming up. Later, guys.